Hey guys, I'm so excited for today's video. So, a couple weeks ago, my horse broke her leather halter, and I like to use a leather halter when I trailer her just for extra measure of safety, because if we were in an accident or something happened, I want her to be in a halter that will break and yield under pressure so she's not going to get hung up and caught in a bad situation. So, that means we're left with the rope halter, which I love for everyday use, but I don't love for hauling. But I also didn't really want to spend 50 to 100 bucks buying a new leather halter. So I came up with this idea, and I'm so excited to share it with you for a way to DIY your own breakaway halter with supplies that you're going to have at home, at the barn, using the rope halter you know and love. And I'm so excited to share this clever cowgirl hack with you, and let's go. Okay, so when you haul, it's best to have a leather halter or a breakaway halter, because if something's happening and your horse is tied up in the trailer, if they pull back or if you were in an accident, and they can get really hung up if you have an unforgiving halter that won't break in an emergency. So for everyday use, I just love my rope halter, but leather halters are kind of expensive and my last one broke. So here's a really cool and simple way to DIY your own breakaway halter with a rope halter that you already have. So here we go. You need some twine. Mine's pink because that's what I got. But just grab whatever is off your hay bale and bring it on over. You're also going to need some scissors. Just take a length of twine. There. Okay, so all I did was fold it over and then knot it. Okay, then take your halter, and there's the long side that goes over the top behind their ears, and the other end. Whoop. This is the one you want. What you're going to do is you're going to make a second loop that you will tie to. Okay, so I put it through, it's doubled, and then open, snug it up. Now it looks like that. Then make yourself a loop, and you're going to tie it off. And it really doesn't have to be a big loop, and you don't want it to be too big, because all you have to be able to do is fit the other end of your rope through. So just make sure that you can do that, and that's good enough. Okay, so this is as big as I'm going to do it, about that tall. Anyway, just make sure you can fit the other end of your rope halter through, and then tie it off. This part is the trickiest part. Okay, that's pretty solid. So now you've got a loop. I just went around several times to tie it. Then you can kind of pull on it here. You can see that is really snug. So the last thing I'm going to do, because those were a lot of basically kind of half-hitch style knots. So now they're disconnected, and I'm going to do a couple more knots like you would when you're tying your shoelace with these two separate pieces. Okay, so I did one, I'm going to do one more. Come on. Okay, good. Now, that is super snug, super solid. Yeah, that's not coming off. That's good. Okay. Then you can trim it up a little bit. But, pro tip, just don't cut these ends too loose. You're going to kind of want to because you want them to look super pretty, but you don't want them to come untied. And so leaving a little bit of length on there will actually make your knot a little bit more secure. So leave it. Now I'm going to show you how we put this on a horse. Okay, so now it's going to look like this, and I don't have enough hands to video me doing this, but I'm going to do it and then show you. Okay, so here's what it looks like in action. Yeah, good girl. So I just tied up the halter the way I normally would, using the breakaway pink loop instead of the solid rope loop. And so there you have it. Super awesome way that you can DIY your own breakaway halter from a little bit of twine, and the rope halter you already know. So, and that's awesome because using this, like when you're trailering, is just going to be so much more safer if you need to tie up. So, and then for your regular everyday uses, when you are just leading around, you can just leave that on there, or you can cut it off. It really doesn't matter, and use your normal halter. So super great, super awesome, easy way to make your life a little bit safer. So hope that was helpful. Also wanted to just show a bigger picture of how she looks and just show that it really doesn't affect the fit of the halter at all. So it still fits well and doesn't make it all of a sudden not fit. So that's another great thing. That's what I've got for you today from Renella and myself. I just came up with this idea and I thought it was kind of brilliant, and I was really excited because, like I said, my leather halter that I would use for trailering broke, and I was just feeling kind of uncomfortable. Like, I'd really rather have that extra measure of safety if there was ever an accident or anything happened. So I really hope that you guys can use that. If you do, let me know about it in the comments. And yeah, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. So thanks for watching. Bye. We gonna ride? Nah. You're such a funny horse.